Alrighty, hey there folks, my name is Andrew Toronto, this is Arcane Investments, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Alibaba. So this is going to be part of my series of what stocks I'm investing in and why, and I want to talk about Baba for a little bit because very excited. We ended up taking this swing really well. We ended up selling, I believe, right around here. We got some good sales in, and we ended up rebuying right around here. So very happy with our approach to Baba so far. Baba's doing very well for us. Now, when you kind of look at what we have here, we have a 1-year chart that's completely in the dumps. We had a 5-year chart, which is even worse, where Baba was hitting, in 2021, we were seeing some really great movement out of Baba at around 300, and it did fall back down. But I think we are still going to see a really solid 2022 from Baba. We have some real big whales, Charlie Munger coming in. We have some whales selling, but to be honest with you, I think I really believe in Charlie Munger and his value investing and whatnot. So it really is a great value right now. To kind of go over some of the numbers, which I always like to do, they have a PB ratio around 2. Obviously, we like I said in the last video or with the ASXE video, if you watched it, we typically like to buy PB ratios of 1 as they do sort of stand to make the most amount of potential money as a value investor. But this is still fine. It's flirting with 2 too. It definitely might go under 2. Its PE is only at 13, which we really love. With a profile of institutions, some selling out over the last 4 months, or after the last month or so. Kind of going into some of the financials here, we can still see that they have, decent enough ROE, and it's been a little bit of a difficult quarter, but let's switch over to the annuals with them. Oh, I guess, yeah, I could have done that for the other. But, annually we're still seeing 15% return on equity, and I think we'll still see that as well going forward. Now, looking at Alibaba, we can't ignore the fact of China. China's growing, extremely quickly, doing very well. Very good time to be in China. Obviously, you look at GDP per capita, you might be like, oh, well, that's awful. And, there are still quite a few poor people in China, but, and they have done very well in eradicating, the poverty that they can. I think, America definitely has a lot of anti-China sentiment, and, it's definitely difficult because of the different governments and, the different customs and the culture differences. So it's very difficult to really kind of maybe get a good understanding as to where China's going with their ideas and how they're going to manage. And I think we always like to be kind of ethnocentric, where we have this idea that like, oh, well, we are the best, we have the best ideas, when in reality, I mean, the truth is simply not. China will become the world's best economy, and America is actually, as a matter of fact, in my opinion, having more issues nowadays in terms of their inflation issues and just general lack of leadership with Biden. I think that there's just an issue right now in American politics. And to be honest with you, if I had to bet on a country to do well over the next 5 years, I would bet on, or the next 2 years, let's say, I would bet on China. So that's what we're doing with Baba. I mean, one of the biggest, e-commerce. I mean, same thing with Amazon going down. Baba went down. It feels like a blessing, to see this price though. To get Baba at 115, feels amazing. This is a very strong company. We're getting prices for Baba that you would have had gotten in 2017. So it's really incredible. And you can see what they did in 2017, amazing run up, tremendous amount of growth there. Went to 172, all the way up through 2017, so about like 50% growth. So saw a ton of growth with that. So that's what we're kind of expecting. We're expecting to see some really good growth with the stock price, and we're going to allocate it at 20% of our portfolio, just like everything else. And just because we do really like the company, we like the ROE, we like, we like the industry, we like where they're located, we like the fact that they are going to still do very well in China, and there is a reason, because Baba needs China government just as much as the Chinese government needs Baba, and there's still that symbiotic relationship that allows for business to still thrive. Whereas if it was so one-sided where Baba could, be without the Chinese influence, then yes, there would be an issue, because then the government would feel that kind of mounting pressure to have to, take a more drastic measure. But because both represent opportunities for each other, they both can work together. So I think that's very, very important in terms of making sure that Baba stays alive and doesn't have any issues or frictions with the government, but still sees their revenue increasing and still sees spending increase, especially with the Chinese government lowering interest rates, increasing spending, which I think will then in turn lead to more revenue for Baba. With all that being said, guys, big fan of Baba. If you want to talk more about Baba, you want to talk more about the company itself, what they're doing, the various platforms, we definitely can on the Discord. This is really just me kind of, giving you the idea that, listen, this company's super oversold, tons of revenue, really, really great country position that it's in. And it would be honestly the only, in my opinion, realistic rival to Amazon at all. And it's just at all in terms of the e-commerce world. So, with a market cap of only, I think, 3.3 billion now, or 313 billion. I mean, that's still a massive market cap, don't get me wrong. But wow, Amazon has a 1 trillion market cap, and Baba sees traffic to that extent. So it's really something that is, very on sale, and I'm very excited to be buying. So with that being said, guys, that wraps up the Baba video. Please check out the Discord. Please subscribe. More data, more information. Always, I'm always looking at it, always popping it in the Discord. So whenever I see something, I'll let you guys know. With that being said, guys, you have a great rest of your day, and please check out the rest of the videos. Bye.